Today, our topic is excellence through guidance with coaching with Tina Van Wald. We know we have access to an abundance of professionals who can aid us in many different aspects of our life. Tina will provide more context in comparing how coaching differs from counseling, mentoring, and consulting. Tune in as we explore the differences and further define what coaching truly is. You are listening to the Legacy Leaders Podcast with Cassie Munger and Rachel Bork, powered by Ascent Advisors. Our discussions will focus on all things related to ag business planning, transition and succession planning, estate planning, and everything in between. Planning for change is inevitable, and keeping focus on the priorities and objectives of everyone within the family and business should always be top of mind. Tune in as we hear from special guests, peers, and industry experts to discuss topics we can all relate to. Hello, welcome back, viewers. We have Tina Van Wald back with us again today, our life and leadership coach. So today we're going to talk about coaching, and we're going to compare coaching to, consulting, counseling, mentoring. Even when I first started engaging with Tina, I remember asking, what's the difference? Because I think we all can say, well, we already have a mentor, or we're already going to counseling. What does a life coach or leadership coach do different from any of those other things? So Tina's going to talk a little bit more about that and those differences between them.
Yep. I think a really simple way to look at the difference between coaching and counseling is to think of a tree. We have an image here that you can look at, but a tree, the above ground stuff is our behaviors. And sometimes that can be overcoming obstacles, life work balance, vision, habit forming, effective communication, stress reduction, all those kinds of behavior things is really what coaching deals with. Counseling deals with kind of the stuff that's below ground, the roots below. So that can be trauma, historical wounding, childhood experiences, family of origin things. So they're two distinctly different things. HarleyTherapy.com has a great explanation for the differences between coaching and counseling, and I'm just going to kind of list them for you so that you can kind of understand. So coaching is action-oriented versus counseling, which is coping-oriented. Counseling or coaching helps us set and achieve goals versus counseling that helps you recognize and solve your problems in life. A coach has a job to challenge you frequently, okay? They're your accountability partner. They're the ones that saying, well, how are you doing on that? A counselor is there to be more empathetic and understanding. I kind of chuckle because not that a coach can't be empathetic or understanding, but your coach is going to maybe lay the smack a little bit more than a counselor.
Yeah. You're going to pry it out of us
right.
one way or another. She's pried it out of me.
Coaches are trained in helping clients move forward in life versus counselors who are trained in human development, sexuality, family dynamics, and the mental health aspects of who we are. So that's kind of a big difference between counseling and coaching.
So a lot of times it's already within us.
Yes.
Like we've kind of just have to identify and how to maybe uncover it more.
Yes.
And expose it.
Yeah, that's a great description. Also, I would say a coach can help you just get unstuck. Sometimes we're just stuck in a place where we're like, I just don't know what decision to make. I can't move forward. I can't start this habit. I just don't know why.
You don't know how to make that next step.
Yes. And so the coach kind of helps lead you in that direction. Mm-hmm. So the difference between coaching and mentoring, based on, definitions or whatever, thinklearning.com also had a great description of the differences of coaching and mentoring. The difference between coaching and mentoring is more of a long-term relationship, whereas coaching can be anywhere from 6 weeks to a year, and then stop for a while and come back and reconnect after something else comes up. So they're both ways to help people develop and grow, but they differ in their focus, their structure, and their length. So coaching is focused on specific goals and tasks, while mentoring is more holistic and development driven. Coaching relationships are typically short term, like I said, lasting 6 months to a year, while mentoring relationships can last years or even decades. Generally, a mentor is older than a mentee, so there's life experience. A coach helps a client find their own answer and develop an action plan themselves. The coach is just directing and leading. A mentor usually shares their knowledge, experience, and their skills to help the mentee grow and develop.
I have a mentor that I've worked with for years, Bob Lecoq. He's fascinating. He's been through so much and his experiences, but like you said, it's kind of another step further when you're thinking about coaching. But that mentor can play a significant role in someone's life as well. And I think too many times we don't really recognize who our mentors are and really grasp to them to have them lead the way.
Right. And mentorship, will look more at, what's the professional development? What is it that I have done in my life as a mentor that I can share with you and that I can encourage you in? And it's generally somebody who's in a similar field or, whatever it may be. So if you're looking for a structured, goal-oriented approach to personal and professional development, coaching is a good fit, most likely. If you're seeking guidance and support from someone with more experience in your industry or your organization, then mentoring is a better option. Kind of give you the difference between those. And then finally, we have the difference between coaching and consulting. Indeed.com says a coach helps a person or a team explore issues, unblock barriers, and see different perspectives. Coaches will ask questions to promote, again, self-discovery and growth. The client implements the strategies and the needed things to achieve the results. Okay, so the coach pushes the client to do the work and to make the decisions and to make the choices.
And that's where I had mentioned in our introductory podcast where you really had challenged me. She would look to me and say, well, what do you think you can do to, achieve that goal? Or, and I would have to sit there and I'm looking at her like, just tell me the answer. But it was her way of really guiding me to uncover that myself, because it has to be actionable. Right. It can't be Tina just saying, well, I think this is what you should do. It has to make sense in our daily life and our daily routines.
Absolutely.
And I think that's really impactful.
Cool. Consultants provide direct solutions and implement strategies. So in that case, I might give strategies to you to solve. Coaching aims for personal and professional growth, while consulting works to target specific business issues. So consultants think in a more linear or procedural way, pulling from an already established playbook. How are you doing it? How can we make it better? So depending on what you want to do in your business, you may need both a coach and a consultant for the different things that you're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's, again, why we brought, Tina in as a partner and someone that we can, refer our clients to, because as Tina said, we have a different approach as consultants as we're working with our clients. And we often don't have the expertise or the talent, the skill sets to be able to have some of these conversations and really propel our clients forward in that manner. We can strategize and be objective when it comes to the business and moving that forward. But it's been great being able to partner with Tina and having her come in and play that role, that void that maybe we can't always fit, in our client engagement. So thanks so much, Tina.
Absolutely.
I think that was really helpful. As I know there's a lot of conversation of what's the differences and why do I need a coach if I'm already, have a mentor or already going to counseling. They all play a different purpose. So hopefully that provided some clarity. So thanks for tuning in. Talk to you next time.